In this tutorial, we will learn how to process lists of information using a for loop in Python. This will allow us, like the wizard we see here, to work our way through the items in a list one by one and use them as part of the information we put on screen. PyRPG exercise 3b starts with this code here that you've been supplied with, and we can see that we're going to use the random library to make some choices, and we're also going to use a list which is contained within square brackets. So we can see here for direction in, and then we have a list of directions, north, south, east, and each of these is separated by a comma. So to make a list, we use square brackets and we put individual items with commas between them. And it says print there is a tunnel leading direction. Now, because this is a for loop with a colon here, the indented section will be repeated several times. So the print there is a tunnel leading gets carried out for each of the items in the list. It does it for north, then it does it for south, then it does it for east. And you can see in the output, there's a tunnel leading north, there's a tunnel leading south, there's a tunnel leading east, one after the other, in the order that they were put in this list here. We also have made some lands. So instead of putting the list directly into the for loop here, what we've done is we've declared a list. So lands equals woodland, Cryptania, Townville, and Rookery. Notice square brackets to contain the list and commas between each of the items in the list. And notice each item in the list is in speech marks here, so it appears as red, whereas the commas are black between each item. We're then going to print your parents came from, and we can use the random library. So we had import random up here, and we can then do random.choice from the lands. And in this case, it chose Cryptania, but it could have chosen any of the items that are in this list. Then we loop through using each of the lands one after the other. So for destination in the list of lands, so it starts with woodland, then it does Cryptania, then it does Townville, then it does Rookery. So let's have a look at the exercise that you're being asked to do for yourselves. So if I go and have a look at my code, this is exercise Python RPG 3b, looping through lists. And if I run the code at the moment, it says there's a tunnel leading north, south, and east. Your parents come from Rookery this time, so it's randomly choosing an item from here. And then it says, using the for loop, for each of the destinations in the lands, print you may travel to the destination. So we can use any name we like here as a placeholder for each of the items in the list. Here we called it direction, and when we printed that, it used north, then south, then east. Here we're using destination, and when we print it, it uses woodland, then Cryptania, then Townville, then Rookery, and it produces this list of outputs by using each item one at a time. So the instructions then over here, what are we being asked to do? Well, it says our enemy is wielding a dagger because it has made a random.choice from the hand weapons. And it's asking us to make a list of our weapon choices. Notice if I run this again, this time it randomly chose a mace, and it randomly chose woodland for your parents. Run it again, this time it chose Townville, and we are wielding a dagger. So I need to make a loop to list through all of my weapon choices. Okay, so I can say something like for weapon in, and I need to get the name of the list. The list is hand weapons. So for weapon in hand weapons, I do that a lot. I accidentally tab in because that works in a different program. Okay, for weapon in hand weapons, remember a for loop to make the repeated block has to have a colon at the end. And then when we press enter, it will automatically indent. in here, we're going to say print, and then you can see what we want. You can use something to attack. So I'm going to say inside my print, you may choose a, and then I'm using weapon as a placeholder. So I put that as the thing to be printed. And then I want to put in to attack. So if I run this code, my parents came from Rookery. I can travel to all these different places. My enemy is wielding a warhammer. I can choose these different types of weapons. Okay, and then what we're looking to do now, after the final comment, we want to create a list of animals that can be shown to the player that they can then ride. So how do we do that? Well, we need to start by declaring a list of animals. So we're going to say something like mounts. Mounts equals, to declare our list, we use square brackets. When I open a square bracket, it automatically closes the other one. And then I'm going to put each of the different types of animal in here. So in speech marks, I want horse. And then I have to come out of the speech mark to put my comma, which will be in black. Then I open another pair of speech marks, and I put a boar. I come out of the speech marks, put my comma. Then I want to have a wolf. Come out of the speech marks, put my comma, and finally a mammoth. So I have now declared a list of animals that can be ridden. I'm then going to list all of these. So to list them, I have to loop through the list one item at a time. So I'm going to say for steed in mounts. So the name of the list I want to go through is mounts, and I'm using a placeholder, the word steed, in order to then use that one item at a time. And I'm going to print, you can ride a steed. And if I run that, you can ride a horse, you can ride a boar, you can ride a wolf, you can ride a mammoth. Now, one of the things just to be careful of, sometimes if I was to put in another animal in here, and I'm going to put in an elephant rather than a mammoth, and if I run that, you will see that a elephant is not grammatically correct, and we might have to fix that kind of thing using if then else. But I'll leave that as something that you can have a go at for yourself. One last thing that we can do here, something that we've seen before. We've imported random here so we can make choices. We could also import time. And then what we could do is we could say, after each print, we could say time.sleep, and then let's maybe make it 2 seconds. And now, when I run my code, you can ride a horse, pause. You can ride a boar, pause. You can ride a wolf, pause. You can ride an elephant, and you can ride a mammoth. So we can use time.sleep to delay how long it takes for the information to appear on the screen. So you should now be able to declare lists of items and then use a for loop to walk through them one at a time in order to make a list of choices on the screen. Why don't you try and see if you can create an inventory, which is a list of the things that your player is carrying. Maybe they are carrying some rope and a sword and a picnic, and then can you then get it to list the items that your player is carrying so they know what they're holding.